My traumatizing encounter at midnight. Me and my friend went on a cycling night ride, which turned out to be much more than just a chill night ride. We started the ride at around 9:15 p.m., chilling, recording videos. We reached our destination at around 11 p.m. We took pictures, refueled, and rehydrated. It was by this time that I realized my phone was dead. We then decided to have a sleepover at our friend's house. We arrived exactly 1 a.m. The three of us chatted for a little, and then I decided to grab my charger back home since it was only 5 minutes away. I live there for school, since it only requires a minute of walking. I arrived at the alley towards my place, and a familiar figure across the street called "Psst," essentially calling me. I ignored him and immediately went in, since I promised my friends to be back by 15 minutes. I walked, parked my bike right outside the door and grabbed my charger. I then went back to the street and cycled. As I went back my way, the familiar man called me again. I thought that he was a friend of my housemate's since he looked exactly like him, and I've already met him. I went back to check and maybe have a little chatter. When I saw the person, he had a different face, and I thought he was lost and wanted to ask directions or something. It wasn't that. Him, "What are you doing? Just cycling around?" He smiles. Me, yeah. Him, "Oh? What's your name?" Me, Jake. Him, "And where do you go to school?" Me, "That school right there." Him, "And what's your course?" Me, "Engineering." At this point, he starts walking towards me. Me, him, "Oh, and where do you live?" Me, "Just right there." He started to touch my hips and then went for my meat. By this point, I was almost sure that I was getting hit up by this drunk gay man. I looked around to see if there are people seeing me. "And where do you really live?" He asked again, still stroking my meat. I mentioned my dad's hometown. "Can we frick?" he asked. I was dumbfounded. Is this person for real? I'm already visually uncomfortable, and he asked me that? Him, "Can we do a quickie?" "Just right there, come on." Me, No, I can't." Him, "Can we? Please? I actually have friends waiting around the corner." I bluffed, but it didn't work. Him, "It will be quick. Let's go." No, please no," I told him in a calm voice. "I can give you my number if you want." I tried to de-escalate. Maybe I could get away. "No, I want to have a quickie right there." He still insisted. I then saw a yellow light behind me. It was faint, but it made me feel calm. I instinctively went up and went back to my friend's house. As I looked back, he opened his phone and called